There was a recent poll done that said that 80% of Team Taco, them fake ass patriots, Trump supporters, 80% of them support this big bullcrap bill, y'all. 80%. I'm like, well, that can't be true. They can't. 80% of them can't be supporting this thing and don't do nothing to help the American people. Why would they support that? And it dawned on me. Well, a couple of reasons. One, 99% of that 80% don't even know what's in it. Don't have a clue what's in it. And secondly is because they're in an effing cult. That's why that's a thing, is that 80% support it. It's because they're in an effing cult. And that's Donald effing Trump's bill's what it is. So therefore they support it. That's what it is. Hey, so I'm talking to you, Team Taco, you fake ass patriots. Let me ask you a question, since you love that bill so much. Do you love the idea of raising the national debt by $4 trillion? I mean, literally the Republicans spend decades telling people that the Democrats are the ones raising the debt, just out there spending all of our money and raising the debt and saddling our children and our grandchildren with the debt and all that. They've been running on that. I mean, Krasnoff, Donald F. and Trump, he ran on that too, about the national debt. Well, they're going to raise it by $4 trillion. So you cool with that? I mean, that's in the bill. In that bill that 80% of you said is a good bill. They're doing that. Yeah. Well, what about handing trillions and trillions of our dollars to billionaires like Elon Musk? You okay with that? Because that's in the bill. That's literally what the bill's for, is to, transfer our wealth to billionaires. That's what the bill's actually for, y'all. So you're okay with that? I mean, 80% of you support it. So, I mean, it must be fine with it, right? Well, what about raising taxes on people that make less than $50,000 a year? How about that? You okay with that? I mean, because a lot of y'all fit in that category. A whole bunch of you fit in that category. You okay with having your taxes raised up on you? You making less than $50,000? Well, it's in the bill. What I'm telling you, that's in the bill. And y'all like it. 80% of you do. So I'm just going over it with you to make sure that you're liking what you're liking, Oh, you like that no tax on tips thing. You do. Yeah, even though probably most of you ain't even living on tips. But you like it anyway. Hey, that no tax on tips, it caps at 25 grand is what it does. 25,000. You make more than 25,000, you still paying taxes on them tips. And that thing goes away in just a couple of years. That's temporary, just like any minuscule tax cuts that might actually seep into the middle class, temporary, while theirs are permanent. So anyway, you like that temporary no tax on tips as long as you make less than 25 grand, huh? You do? Yeah, see, that's in the bill too. Just like that no tax on overtime, it's in the bill. But you know what? That disappears in just a couple of years too. It does. So I think that might be the only two things you're looking at in that bill. And you're like, those are good right there. I'm right there, even though probably don't even affect you. So 80% of you liking this bill. What about closing down 300, 400 hospitals across the country because of the bill? Mostly in your little rural areas out there are going to be shut down because they don't have the funding to keep their doors open. Are you cool with that? I mean, it's in the bill. That's why I'm asking. That's in the bill. So I'm just wondering, since 80% of you are behind this bill, I'm just wondering, is that one of the things that you like about it? Well, what about kicking like 16, 17 million people off of health insurance, off the Medicaids? I mean, your grandmamas and your mamas and your daddies. You got sisters and daughters and hell, probably even your wife and you are on some Medicaids. You okay with kicking yourself and your family off the Medicaids? You like the bill? 80% of you do. That's why I'm asking. You're okay with that? Because that's in the bill. Yeah, slashing Medicaid. Also, $500 billion in cuts to Medicare. You okay with that too? It's in the bill. That's why I'm asking. Well, what about kicking everybody off of food stamps? Are you okay with that? Because what they're doing with the food stamps, not only gutting the funding to food stamps, also making it so difficult to qualify, nobody can qualify. So that's in the bill. You're okay with kicking people off of food stamps then, I'm assuming, since 80% of you say you back this bill, huh? It's in the bill. That's why it's that. Yeah, not just white people, y'all. It's everybody. Jesus. Yeah, it's everybody. Everybody. So that probably make you not like it very much, knowing that it ain't just other people, white people included. There ain't gonna be able to get no food stamps. So that's in the bill there too. But see, the thing is, I suspect that you're okay with this bill, one, because you're in an effing cult. You don't know what's in it. You just know Donald Trump supports it, so therefore you support it because you have to. You have to, you pussy. Anyway, that's what you're doing. And meanwhile, we're taking our FEMA money that's supposed to be spent on natural disasters like hurricane season, and we're building concentration camps in the Everglades. Yeah, we are. That's what we're doing. Yeah, they are concentration camps. Absolutely. That's exactly what, by definition, what they're doing is they're taking people and concentrating them together in a camp surrounded by alligators and snakes. That's a concentration camp. Maybe it's a staging area. Maybe it is. Maybe it's a staging area before they can cram them on the back of a C-117 and dump them in the ocean while they're all shackled together. I'm not saying that's true. I'm just saying many people are saying is all I'm saying, That's all I'm saying there. So, but I bet you're okay with that, though. I bet that makes your little wieners hard whenever you hear something like that. I bet it does. So, yeah, it's a concentration camp. Oh, and by the way, while Krasnov was down there giving his little speech down there at the concentration camp, he said, you know what? These farmers, we're protecting the farmers there with all these deportations and stuff. They get to go ahead and have them some immigrants working in the fields there. Under armed security. So they're going to have armed guards making sure them working them fields. Hey, there's another word for that. I can't think of it. Well, you know what? I think it was called slavery. Yeah, I think that's what that was called. Yeah. So anyway, Donald F. and Trump said that's the way we're going to run our farms now, is we're going to have immigrants working the farms, with, armed security, making sure they do that job all right. You're okay with that too. I bet you are. Oh, I bet you are. Well, while he was there too, and the reporter, a Fox News reporter, asked him, how long are these people going to be here in this concentration camp? He said he's going to be down there hanging around for a while. He lives down there. He said, I'm going to be here for quite often. I'm going to be down here. I live down. She goes, no, how long are these detainees going to be in this concentration camp? He said again, well, I live down here, so I'm going to be here for a long time. Hey, you know what? Maybe he knows he's going to the concentration camp eventually. Maybe he knows he'll wind up in that concentration camp. Who knows? If the law actually worked right, he would be in a prison right now. So maybe he's just foreshadowing his own future there for us, and he can go to the concentration camp, maybe into the back of a C-117 and dumped into the ocean. So anyway, I just wanted to make sure with you fake ass patriots why 80% of you support a bill that you know absolutely nothing about. And I know the answer to that. One is because you're an effing racist. You don't care what's in the bill as long as you're hurting brown people and black people and things like that. You're okay with that. And two is because you're an effing cult. No matter what that big orange bloated syphilis up Adderall riddled idiot does, you support it regardless. Inmate Trump.